Hey sinners, you're listening to Sinful Cuts, the podcast that takes a look at the wild, weird, and wonderful world of horror. We take a deep dive into some of your favorite movies, possibly uncover some hidden gems. Sometimes we even get some stinkers. Thank you so much for joining us. We truly love having you here. Please sit back, take a listen, and let's get our scare on. Hey sinners, how you doing? I'm Sean.
I'm Shannon.
And this is Simple Cuts. And this is our Shortcuts episode. So buckle up, mother effers. This is the episode where we talk about all things horror. We are going to give you some movie birthdays. We're going to give you some streaming. We're going to give you some. We're actually, sorry, sinners, you're getting 0 movies this week. It's Dumpuary. You know, so we'll mention a couple of things that are in theaters. And then we've got books, streaming, news. We've got a good bit of news. We got some pretty cool trailers dropped. I know. I can't wait to talk to Shannon about one because she's going to be like, son of a bitch. When will this guy shut up about this? But, as always, the first thing we do is we do our horror movie birthdays. So and Shannon never tells me what we're doing. So I'm super excited. What do we got?
All right. So first one up, celebrating 35 years. Came out in 1989. Toxic Avenger 2.
2?
Yeah. I don't know if I recall that one.
They
all, I don't know either. They all kind of blend together in a way. So it's a Toxic Avenger. So it's just kind of one big fun party all the time. So how
about the fact that we're getting a new one this year?
I'm so excited about it. Awesome. It's time. It's been a while. So
I saw the trailer ages ago. I mean, this damn trailer came out. The first teaser trailer dropped probably about maybe 2 months, maybe even 3 months ago, and it was so damn good. So I'm really excited. But all right, Toxic Avenger 2.
Whoop whoop.
Troma Pictures. Kisses all over your melted face.
Yes. And your mop. So this next one is celebrating 20 years. I actually personally love this film. Came out in 2004. Club Dread.
Oh my God, with Bill Paxton and the
Broken Lizard, yeah.
Broken Lizard guys.
Yes.
I actually saw this one in the theaters, did you?
Me too. Yeah. It was so ridiculous that it was great. It was, especially the end when it just didn't end. It was amazing.
Two things about Club Dread, which I just love forever, is of course Bill Paxton playing Coconut Pete, the one hit wonder.
Absolutely.
And then the guy who couldn't pronounce Penelope and kept calling her Penelope. It never gets old. All right, Broken Lizard with the slasher movie. I absolutely love it. Happy birthday to Club Dread. Oh, it's so good.
Love it. All right. That's all I got for birthdays.
Okay, so like I said, movies are a bit of a drag. We've got nothing releasing this week, but as promised, I did go see Out of the Darkness, and I can say with all certainty that I saw the first great movie of 2024.
Nice.
Gorgeously filmed. I believe it was filmed in Scotland, and it's just use of natural light and the the Scottish countryside, mountains and caves. It really was an effective film, and it's a very tight hour and a half, and I highly recommend seeing it. I don't know where you can now though, because it's pretty much gone from theaters, but if it's around you, go check it out. My daughter Reagan, I know she wants to go see Lisa Frankenstein, which I really want to go see as well, but she happened to get tickets from Madam Web, and let's look, this podcast is not about putting the boots to any movie. So let's go to streaming. Got a movie called Monolith, which has, and because I suck at my job, I did not write the actor's name down, but she was the sister in Evil Dead Rise. Not the one who turns into a deadite, the other one.
The other sister, okay.
she's incredibly good in that, and she is getting really solid praise for this movie Monolith, which is on VOD. I think the concept of this is that she is kind of like a disgraced podcaster, and she kind of happens upon a conspiracy theory, and she kind of goes down the rabbit hole with it. And it's a one-setting movie, and it's basically just all her. But I'm hearing it's crazy effective, and it's really ratchets up the tension, and I can't wait to see it. So I'm going to check that one out this weekend. That's Monolith, and like I said, that's on VOD.
Okay.
Then we have History of Evil drops on the 23rd on Shudder, and this one is about like the country has turned into like kind of like a evangelical fascist nation, which might be next Wednesday, but this family is trying to escape it, and of course they take refuge in I believe what turns out to be a haunted house. So it's like things aren't bad enough. Now they have this to contend with. So that's on Shudder. And then I wanted to mention, because this surprised me, did you know that Thanksgiving is on Netflix?
I just found that out.
Like, what the hell?
I just found that out. Yeah. So it's yeah. I haven't got to watch it yet though.
I'm scrolling around for stuff to watch, and it wasn't even like in the main section, like, hey, you might be interested in this, or, this is, new. I guess it was on the new this week, but like I had to dig pretty deep before I saw this. So I was
it came up on the just dropped this week. What's new this week? I saw it, but I just saw it yesterday.
Guess my Netflix hates me. So it buried it deep. And then I wanted to bring up for Shudder in March. Of course, it's still February, but Shudder in March, they're going to have Satanic Hispanics, and they're going to have a movie called Ghostwatch from the 90s. Have you ever seen Ghostwatch?
No.
Oh, Shannon, you got to check out Ghostwatch.
Okay, I don't know if I've ever heard of it.
It's one of these. It was released by the BBC. It's one of these made-for-TV movies that just happens to be crazy effective. Crazy effective. So, yeah, I mean, when you're talking about like made-for-TV movies, either here in the States or abroad, Ghostwatch always comes up because they're like, oh, yeah, that one's a banger. So, all right, which leads me into, this is completely off topic, but have you ever watched the series called Inside Number 9?
No.
Okay. You got to check out Sinners. You as well. I'm looking at you, Sinners. Your homework for next week is check out the series Inside Number 9. It's Reese Shearsmith, and because I already said, I suck at my job. I cannot remember the other gentleman's name, but it's an anthology series, and each season has maybe about like 9 episodes, and they're all different. They all involve the number 9 in some way, shape, or form, but they're all very, they lean heavily into horror, and it's very Twilight Zone mixed with Hammer House of Horror, mixed with like just crackerjack writing. So Sinners, I'd like to help you more. I know that for a moment it was on Hulu. I know for a fact that it is on BBC. Maybe not BBC.
BritBox.
Sorry, thank you, BritBox.
Yeah, BritBox. I just looked it up.
It's so worth your time.
Okay. So, I never even heard of this. 2014.
Yeah, and I'm I think they're on maybe their 5th season, maybe 5th or 6th season now. So so great. But when I was talking about Ghostwatch, they kind of have one of their most effective episodes is kind of like a takeoff of Ghostwatch. And if you watch this episode, just like a tight 50, 60 minutes, if you watch this episode with Maddie, with the lights off, it's going to scare the shit out of you.
Okay.
It's real good.
Okay.
All right. So let's switch gears now. I only have 3 books. So let me bang these out real quick, and then we'll get to news. So the first one, oh shoot, what am I doing? What am I doing? Emily Hughes, you're the best. I steal all your stuff. Thank you so much. We're talking to you Sunday, and I can't wait.
It's like a
Although,
Sesame Street segment.
I just realized, though, time travel's working against me because the time if she does hear this song, her episode will have already posted. So I'm not good at stuff. All right. Emily put together a banger of a February. The first one we have is The Warm Hands of Ghosts. Some of these titles just absolutely, they just kill me. I love it. This one's by Catherine Arden, and this came out on the 13th from Del Rey. And during the Great War, a combat nurse searches for her brother, who's believed dead in the trenches, despite eerie signs that suggest otherwise. Woo! In this hauntingly beautiful historical novel with a speculative twist from the New York Times bestseller of The Bear and the Nightingale. So I know a lot of people out there love historical horror. How about you?
I love historical horror.
Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah,
please, and thank you.
love it.
Yeah, I love that. The next one we have is from T. Kingfisher, and this is What Feasts at Night. Retired soldier Alex Easton returns in a horrifying new adventure in this follow-up to Kingfisher's best-selling novella, What Moves the Dead, which is on my nightstand. T. Kingfisher can do no wrong. She's just an author par excellence. Trying to drag our French listeners back in. That number's diminishing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sacre bleu. Well, I mean, like we lost like one listener of the 8 who listened to us, so
Well,
it's okay.
We'll get him. We'll get him back. We'll get him back.
And then the next one. What the hell did I pick for the next one? Oh, Pyramidia. And this one is by Stephanie Sanders. Stephanie Sanders Jacob. And this came out February 15th from Slashic Horror Press. Harriet hates pyramid schemes, don't we all? They're predatory and destroy relationships. So she's horrified when she moves to a town overrun with them. It doesn't help that her rental is haunted. Okay, I'm in. Her friends have gone missing. Maybe I'll buy 2 copies. And she's gotten wrapped up in a multi-level marketing scam that may be run by literal vampires. I'm buying every book on the shelf. Are you kidding me? With the help of an oafish gym teacher, I know a few of those, and a woman she loves, Harriet is forced to scale the pyramid, wooden stake in hand. What?
Wow.
All right, Pyramidia, I can't wait until you turn into a movie. If some studio doesn't buy that and turn it into a movie, then I'm done with you.
Maybe we'll have to do it because we know what we're doing.
I have $17. What have you got?
You're chink, chink, chink.
We'll do it with hand puppets. I hate pyramid schemes. Oh, me too. You're a vampire. I swear to God, people, we're not drunk. I swear.
No, not at all. This is iced tea.
Prove it.
Yes.
Are you ready for some news? Are you ready for some good news? I'm going to save my favorite bit for last because I know you're going to get a kick out of it.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one we have is Veronica Franz and Severin Fiala, who directed The Lodge with Riley Keough, that movie The Lodge, and Goodnight Mommy.
Yes.
The original, not the remake.
Beautiful filmed
They're
movie.
directing.
Okay.
Are you ready for this one? They're directing Paul Tremblay's Head Full of Ghosts.
Ooh. Okay.
This movie, produced by Robert Downey Jr.'s production company. I've been following this movie trying to get off the ground for years now. I mean, it's literally been years, maybe 6 years they've been trying to make this movie. There have been different directors attached. There have been different actors attached, and it just never seems to get off the ground. This one, if they're announcing it in the trades, which they did do previously, but there seems to be a lot of momentum with this. So fingers crossed, because that is we actually have Paul Tremblay on in a couple of months when we have our Creature Feature Month, and he's going to be discussing the atomic gigantic ant movie Them, which I can't wait for. Can't wait for that.
I'm trying not to be too excited about it, but I'm really excited about it.
All right. let's all cross our fingers for Paul Tremblay that this actually gets made. He just had Knock at the Cabin, that Shyamalan film, which was
Right.
based off of his novel Cabin in the Woods, and he's a gem. I love that guy. So all good stuff for him. We have Emma Stone is in talks to star in a remake of Save the Green Planet, to be directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, which she just made Pretty Things with, and she had made The Favorite with. Have you ever heard of the movie Save the Green Planet?
I feel like I have somewhere.
I've never seen it, but it's supposed to be flat out super fun and bonkers. So I think we'll
I'm up for that.
We'll give it a check out. Then we have It Follows director David Robert Mitchell is directing Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor in a dinosaur movie. Okay. Sure. All right. Like, I'm not going to buy a ticket to that. Yeah.
Sign me
up. The guy who
up.
did It Follows is going to make a dinosaur movie. Sure. All right. I'm there. Okay. Now this one's interesting because we did Wrong Turn. Now this is the director Mike Nelson of the Wrong Turn remake, which we both liked.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, we both liked. So he is directing Jessica Roth of Happy Death Day fame,
right,
in a horror movie or a thriller. I'm not quite sure which one we're getting, but it takes place in the rainforest, which I find incredibly exciting.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the last rainforest movie I've ever seen.
How about the movie The Perfect Getaway with Steve Zahn and Timothy Olyphant?
Oh, I never saw that.
But I don't know that it's kind of rainforesty. It takes place in Hawaii. I mean, I guess we'll call it like a bit of the jungle, but it is a pretty good genre movie. And I recommend it. It's a fun hang.
I want to say probably the last one might have been like The Green Inferno for me.
Oh crap!
As far as rainforest, well, was that really a rainforest?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was, right? Yeah. So I would say that's the last one.
Okay.
All right.
That one upset me.
I'm thinking in real time, like how often I really don't end up seeing rainforest movies. I guess they don't come out that often.
I mean, I should qualify that. That one upset me, and that's a me problem. It's had nothing to do with Eli Roth. He made the movie he wanted to make. It just wasn't for me. But he definitely made the movie he wanted to make.
Cannibal Holocaust was enough, I guess.
Right.
You're not like, I don't know, you're not upping that movie. Not that I don't believe he tried, but you're not upping that movie.
There are people who really love that movie, though. In a
way, I do too. Just for the impact that it had. There's a lot of I don't know. There was a lot of interesting thing. Like the aftermath was very interesting to me.
I mean, look the sub genre of like Italian gore fest movies that are Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, now Green Inferno. I mean, it fits comfortably in there, Yeah.
So, it's like one big canopy.
Yeah. Canopy of death. Okay. Then we have exciting news. Exciting news for me, and I hope for you too, because I love Creature Feature, and I think you do as well.
I do.
We've got Nick Cage's movie Acadian. Hits theaters this April, so we're going to get that movie in a month and a half. I know nothing about it other than it's a creature feature, but Nick Cage, creature feature, it's worth a watch.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, we'll see him in anything at this point.
Right? Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, we love our Nick Cage.
He's literally trying to do it all, so just let him. Just, he's the good guy, he's the bad guy, he's a vampire, he's now this.
He is everything.
I'm waiting for him to be like a werewolf. I'm
a little scared though. I mean, I've heard a lot of things about Nick Cage and the money that he needs to generate to support his lifestyle, which I think directly correlates to how many Nick Cage movies we get per year. Now that is allegedly, I should say, that's just speculation, but I could pretty much believe it. I mean, the guy bought a dinosaur, a T-Rex skull. That can't be cheap.
No, it can't be.
Right?
Either that or he just doesn't like to say no to anything.
Look, an embarrassment of riches. Whatever reason it is, we're just happy to have Nick Cage movies. So, love
Fair
it.
enough.
So, Acadian's going to drop in a month and a half. We'll check it out. And then I've got 3 trailers that I wanted to talk about. The first is Larry Fessenden's werewolf movie Blackout. That trailer came out this week. I checked it out. It looks very fun. They have no problem showing the werewolf in the trailer. It's very much in the vein of a Lon Chaney werewolf and not an American Werewolf in London werewolf. So, minimal practical effects. But it did look clever and it looked fun. So that will be coming out soon. Then you had Mickey Keating and Joe Swanberg. Their trailer for the movie Invader dropped this week. I didn't know anything about it, and I checked it out. I think it was on Bloody it was on Bloody Disgusting. And let me tell you something. This trailer, it's effective. It's definitely effective. I honestly couldn't tell you what the heck the movie's about. I think it could be a home invasion, but I could be completely wrong. But check out the trailer because it is keeping up that streak of trailers that we're getting in 24 that are just super atmospheric and creepy as hell, but you don't know what's going on. So it just draws you in.
Which I love.
So much. Yeah.
Which I mean, love.
Shannon, you and I talk about this until we're blue in the face, that if you drop a trailer like that and just no more, just drop that trailer and leave it alone, it's going to bring people to the theater, just like it did back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, early 2000s.
Maybe even a couple of images, but we don't really need a lot. We need more of a draw to come and see the movie, and we'll come and see the movie. We don't need to show half the movie in a trailer.
How about for these gigantic tentpole movies that the major studios release, and they drop a trailer and they release a 10-second trailer to the trailer? And I'm like,
you're like, what
are you doing? Literally about to see this.
No.
Oh, goodness. Someone went to the Wharton School of Business and thought it was a good idea. Fuck you. Okay. Anyway.
Why are you not in the jingle business?
Really? This is a if any magical jingle people are out there, I will do a commercial for Emily Hughes immediately. All right. You ready for the last one? And then we'll call it a night. You ready for the last one? And we already talked about this.
We got one more segment after you're done, but...
Okay. Okay. So this is the last bit of news. How about that trailer for Sting? Yeah. It took you a minute. All right, Cinder. So we have not just my French spider movie that's coming out soon, Infested, but now we have a second deadly spider movie, and that is called Sting. And the premise for this is like a meteorite crashes into like a kind of like a old rundown apartment building in some city, and a girl who loves arachnids finds it and kind of takes it in as a pet, and this damn thing starts to grow and grow and grow. And it is a callback. It's completely original on its own, for sure, but it's also a callback to those great creature feature movies from back in the day where it's an ensemble cast and they get picked off one by one in a great setting which seems to have some great practical effects, and from what I've seen from the trailers, some great CGI as well, and the movie looks incredibly fun and incredibly creepy and gooey, and I can't wait for it.
I'm so excited for it. That's a theater watch for sure.
2024, 2 spider movies. It's just like, what did we do to deserve this?
I know. I already feel like I won the lottery.
Right? So That's it for me. I'm gonna shut my yapper. What you got?
So if you guys follow us on Instagram, the I posted a video asking our sinners what is your favorite romance horror, just because it's February still, so it's like Valentine's Day vibes, of that nature. So just it was a question that popped in my noggin,
Great
and I
question.
decided to post a video, and whatever. You were the first to respond, and you said Near Dark. Which is very valid. That is a romance horror.
Jesse Lee Hooker and Diamondback. They're the perfect couple.
You are not wrong. So, if you want to ask me, I have a feeling questions like that. It's my answer is probably always going to change.
What you got?
I might have to say the most recent one would have to be. I think I mentioned it like a spoiler alert. I mentioned it in the video, but I really liked Bones and All.
Oh, you did that. Yep.
I really, really liked that movie. It was just so wildly different, but it was well done. I don't know. I liked it.
That's not only a great answer, but that's also a great recommendation. If you haven't seen it, Sinners, holy cow. What a good movie.
But I do have three shout outs to give. So I have three responses. These are kind of older movies, so these are fun. All right. So my own husband, Maddie, he responded with Return of the Living Dead 3 from 1993.
Maddie, deep cut, respect, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
It is. It's true. It's hokey, but that was a fun movie, though. And again, another one that was just different.
What a big softie. I love it.
I know. All right. So our friend, Large Anthony, he so this might be he did admit that this is kind of a weird response, but I think I kind of get where he's coming from. So he put 2008's The Strangers. Because I know it was so because I guess the event happened to a couple, so it was not the experience they were looking for, but an experience they got.
I'll go one step further. It's never mentioned or even alluded to, but that could be the invasion of a couple by a throuple.
Yeah.
So Large might be onto something.
That's like a second to process, but just all love all around.
Yeah. All stabby love.
And you're gonna love this next one. So this is from my sister-in-law Lauren.
Oh Jesus. Lauren, who I've never met yet, Sinners, but is absolutely my new best friend. I couldn't love this woman more. So I can't wait for our episode.
I know. So she put 1990s Frankenhooker.
Please. Of course Lauren did. Of course she did.
Of course.
I mean, Frankenhooker. Okay.
She literally responded with, "If I'm lying, I'm dying."
It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Oh my God. You know what? I mean, I'm gonna add to your question, and I think you could also say that every single Giallo from the 70s is some sort of warped love story.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're horribly murderous, but there's some sort of fascination and love at the center of all of them. But oh, what a great question. I love it. All right. You and I are going to do something now that we have both said that we have gotten terrible at. So we're going to correct that. And we're going to tell everybody where the hell to review us and to rate us and to follow us on social media. So let's start with the basics. You can listen to us on every audio streaming platform you can listen to us on. You've got your iTunes, your Amazon Music, and your Spotify's, and your Apple Music, and your Stitcher, and your iHeartRadios. And you can even go to acast.com and you can find us there. Or just Google Sinful Cuts Podcast. Just Google it and we'll pop up. And then we'll be we'll be right near your ear holes. And we also have a website, which is sinfulcuts.com. And you can check out our episodes there as well if you'd like to listen on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can follow us on Instagram. Yes, ma'am.
I'm pointing to the website.
Oh, shit. Oh, you were raising your hand.
No.
Okay. All right, so if you're listening to this just audio only, then by all means, please follow us on Instagram at, will you fix the Insta? What is it now, Shannon?
CINEFUL_cuts.
CINE_CUTS on Instagram. Snap, I've got to fix that in the show notes. Thanks for reminding me. But that's where you can find us on Instagram. Please, please, please follow us because Shannon runs the Insta and she's incredibly, incredibly good at posting fresh content every single day. You can follow me at...
You forgot your name?
My God. What the hell is wrong with me? I did. I forgot my name. You can follow... I'm totally not going to cut this. You're going to have to suffer with me. Wait, as I'm looking this up, please, Shannon, tell them where they can email us.
Oh, I love how you said that as I was sipping. You can totally email us at sinfulcuts@gmail.com. CINE-fullcuts@gmail.com.
Sinfulcuts@gmail.com. Perfect. And you can find me at, and I knew this, I knew the answer all along. It's Sean OC32. So that's SEAN OC and the number 32. And then Sean O'Connor of Sinful Cuts will pop up. And guess what? I post every day too. So, you get a double dose of delight.
That's right.
Oh my God. And they just, Sinful Cuts is now on TikTok. There's nothing posted yet, but videos are being made for better or worse. You've been warned. And so I guess that covers it as far as our social goes. All we're going to ask sinners is if you could please leave us a review and rate us. It really goes an incredibly long way with the platforms to promote us, and we grow in our listener base. And then those platforms don't shake a finger at us and say, I thought you'd be better by now. So yeah, that'd be great if you could do that.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And that's it. That's all I got.
What do you want to do?
I can't do anything. You got to say goodbye. I love how neither one of us can ever figure out.
Who signs off?
Do I sign off?
Me, you.
It's totally you, but I might mock you as well.
All right, let me do it this time. You did it last time. All right, sinners.
Okay.
That's a cut.